We will move on to rice. We will move on to wheat. And in 5 years, the $1 billion we use to import edible oil, I want to make sure that sunflower, soya, canola, palm oil are all grown in Kenya, and we don't have to import again. Already, last year, we've started a journey on soya and sunflower. We are on course on canola. We've already gotten the seeds, and it is going to help us as a country reduce the foreign exchange that we use to import food when we can actually produce that food in Kenya. Tunaelewana? Number 2 is education. We need to make sure that our education is accessible, is affordable, and is relevant. And that is the reason why we have changed the funding model of our education. It wasn't working. Many of you, if you are following events in Kenya, most of our universities were struggling because they didn't have money. Because we promised them 80% scholarship, we gave them 40%, and we did nothing about it. We have changed the model, and we are going to make sure that our education is fit for purpose, equips the most important asset we have, our human capital, and to make sure that it works for Kenya and it works for where we want to, the partners that we want to work with as we deploy our labor in many parts of the world. We are spending at the moment $5 billion every year on education. $5 billion US. And we want to make sure that investment has a payback. So we are sorting out education, making sure that our education, as I said, is accessible, is affordable, and is relevant. Number 3, I'm talking about cost of living. Number 3, we are going to make sure that we deal with our health delivery mechanism. Why? About 1 million Kenyans every year end up in poverty because of hospital bills. I know many of you guys seated here, occasionally you are asked to pay hospital bills. True or not true? All the time. Not occasionally. I want to help you sort out that space. And what we have said is the following. We have changed the law in Kenya for delivery of health. It was not working. So we now have 4 pieces of legislation, new legislation, to make sure that we deliver universal health. We want to make sure that every Kenyan has a health insurance facility. Every Kenyan. You people